Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing great. So, I wanted a way to blog directly from Obsidian. Previously, I was using WordPress, but I have not written in WordPress for a very long time. So, I wanted something better, something more simpler. And since I was already using Obsidian to take notes, to write, and to journal, I thought, why not? There can be a way to blog right from Obsidian. And there are already tools like Quartz, Flower Show, Obsidian Publish, etc. But they are not native. They do not look like a blog post. They look like digital gardens where you have all of your notes. But I wanted something more simpler and something more native that looks like blog. And this is what I have been able to create. This is Obsidian Blogger, which allows you to publish notes directly from Obsidian to your blog, to your site. So this is the landing page, which you can customize, of course. We'll talk about this in the latter part of the video. And we have the blog section. We have the blog page. Each of the blogs will have a nice look with tags. These tags will act like a category, which will have their own pages. And it also supports both light mode and dark mode. If you stick till the end of this video, I guarantee you will be more than happy with what you've been able to create with this. And all of this is free. And if you want to host it on your own domain, like prakashjoshipacks.com, then you will need to buy a domain which would cost you around $10. I'll also show you that in the latter part of the video. Okay, so let's go to the GitHub page here. Okay, we are on the GitHub page for Obsidian Blogger here. If you are a programmer or somebody who already knows how to code, then I guess you don't even need to watch the video. But if you are a non-technical person who does not know much code and programming, then definitely this video is going to help you. And if you already have a good idea, then you can just look into this README to figure it out. But all of this is written by AI, not by me, okay? So keep that in mind. So the first thing that we need to do is download this code from here. We'll download the zip. You need to go to this repo, GitHub Obsidian Blogger in GitHub. I'll provide the link in the description. And we have this file downloaded, Obsidian Blogger main. I'll click on open, and this is the file. Now look to see if there are any Git related folders. We have GitHub related folder here, which is a workflow folder. If you want to host your site on GitHub only, then this will be important. I'll just delete the git ignore file, and I'll copy all of these files to my Obsidian. I'm into my Obsidian vault right now. Now I'll create a new folder called as something like Obsidian Blogger, or something like, you can name it anything, my website or something like that. I'll write blog site. Okay. Now I'll paste all of these over here. Now we have all of the project files and folders over here from Obsidian Blogger. Now we'll need to create a new GitHub repository where we will push all of the changes from our Obsidian vault. So let's go for that. You'll need to go to GitHub. If you do not have a GitHub account, you'll first need to create it. And over repository, you will see the option to create a new one. You can write my website or anything you can write here that is personal to you. Okay, it is already taken. I'll write website, and I'll keep the description empty. If you keep your repository private, no one will be able to see your files or notes. But there is one issue with this, that you cannot deploy pages with GitHub Pages. But it won't be much of a problem because we will be using Cloudflare Pages for that as well. Do not create a README or anything, just create an empty repository. Perfect. Now you can just close this site, and now you'll need to download Git. Okay, just search for Git, Git, and you will need to install this Git from here. It will show you the option to download for whatever device you have. It is showing download for Mac for me. I already have it on my system, so I will not download it. You'll need to download it and install it. After installing Git, you will also need to install GitHub desktop application. Okay, GitHub desktop application is perfect for non-programmers to connect their online repos and local repos. So download this from here, click on download GitHub repo, and you will need to download this program. After you have downloaded GitHub desktop and installed it, you will need to launch it and log in with your credentials. I already have done all of that, so I'll not be doing that again here because it will not even ask me. Okay, so I'll just launch GitHub desktop app. Once you are on the GitHub desktop app, you'll need to click on clone repository. and it will list all of the repository that you have. This will happen only when you are already logged into your GitHub account. Okay, the website that the repository that we created is website. Okay, click on. You can choose the local path. Now I'll just choose here downloads folder. Click on clone. Perfect. Now we will have this website folder in our download folder. Now what you need to do is move this git file. Okay, you'll need to move this git file to our Obsidian Vault folder. Just copy this, go to Obsidian Vault, and once you have pasted it here, you'll need to go again to the same folder which was cloned previously. We have the git over here. We still have the git folder. We'll need to delete it. If you are on Windows, you can directly cut it. So Mac does not allow you to cut, I guess. So that's the reason we need to copy it and delete it. Once you are done, if you go to GitHub, it will show you that it cannot find the website folder. So you'll need to click on locate again and then choose the vault folder. Click on open and it will show you all of the files that you have in your vault, and all of these files will be committed, will be pushed to the Obsidian repo. I'll just write first commit to main. I have almost like 2500 files. All of these files will be pushed to the GitHub repo. Click on publish branch and you can see here all of these files that I had in my Obsidian vault are in this GitHub repo. And if you do not want others to see these nodes, then you can always make the repo private. Okay, it is private for me, so you can change it to public if you want others to see. If you go copy and open it in incognito tab, you can see here others will not be able to access your repo. Now we have finished the first step of this integration. Now we will need to use Cloudflare Pages in order to publish this site. Okay. Now you need to go to Cloudflare. If you do not have an account, you'll need to create one. I already have an account, so I'll just go to login. In Cloudflare, after you have logged in, you can go to workers and pages and click on create and go to pages. And over here, you will need to click on create by importing an existing Git repository. So click on connect to Git and you will need to give access to GitHub. You'll need to give access to Cloudflare workers to your GitHub repo. And you can see here, it will list all of my repositories and I'll need to choose the repository that we have just created, that is website. So click on begin setup. Now here are some important steps that you need to take care of. You can just write the name of the project. This does not matter much if you are going to use your own domain name later on. The name will look like this: prakashjoshi.pages.dev. For production branch, choose main. For framework preset, use Astro because that is what we are using. Build command will be npm run build folder. Build output directory will be dist. Then you will need to go to root directory. This is one important thing that you need to configure. Okay. Here you will need to write the name of the directory where you have all of the resources set. Okay. If I go to my Obsidian Vault, you can see here I have all of the resources into this blog site subfolder. So I'll just write blog/site. Okay. I'll just copy the path name and edit it from here. So I just need to remove this part. Perfect. Now click on save and deploy and it should start building your site. It will take some time. And here we are nearly towards the end. It has just published like 4 articles that we had, four markdown files that we had in there. Now click on continue to project. Okay, let's first see our project. This is our project. Now we have finished the build. During the first build, it was showing some error. I didn't know why it was showing, but it is resolved automatically. Now we have this site, prakashjoshi.pages.dev. But why does it look like this? This is not what we want. Like, it is not working properly. If you click on any of these blog posts, it is showing this error 404 not found. This is not what we want. The reason this is happening is because we have not configured it properly with our Cloudflare pages. So go back and copy this URL. Okay, or you can just copy it from here. Copy it. Now go to your files, go to your resources folder. Over here, you will need to find the file named as astro.config.mjs. You'll need to open it with any text editor. And here is what you need to configure. Here you need to change the site to your name, that is prakashjoshi.pages.deb without this backslash. And over here, you will need to remove all of this. You only need to have the backslash. Okay, perfect. Now we'll need to push the changes. We already have the changes over here. Post fix. You don't even need to use the GitHub desktop application if you are using Obsidian Git plugin. Obsidian Git plugin allows you to push directly from the Obsidian app itself. We'll also talk about that in the latter part. Let's see. Okay, let's go to Cloudflare again, refresh this pages, refresh this site, refresh this page, and I guess it would have already started deployment. And we already have it here because it has detected changes in the GitHub repo. It will redo the deployment. So I'll just go to view details, and here we have our site deployed. Let us go back and see if it is working properly or not now. And here we have write and share faster Obsidian to beautiful blog in seconds. But this is not what we want, right? We don't want this hero section, or we want something different that is more personalized to us. Even if you do not know coding, now it is possible to write a code by using AI tools like Cursor. So you can download Cursor and add this resource folder and tell it to make some changes. Okay, so I'll just show you an example. If you do not know what Cursor is a AI code editor. So you just need to learn to speak English and it will be able to code for you. So I'll launch Cursor over here. Click on open folder, my vault, Obsidian, blog site. This is the resources folder. Okay, and now you can tell it in English what you want. Okay, I want to remove this hero section and I want to rename this Obsidian blogger to Prakash Joshi Packs, and remove this GitHub icons as well. And the about sections also is for Obsidian blogger, so I'll also need to change that, but I'll just show you by changing this. Okay, hey, I want you to change the hero section, remove the hero section entirely, and in the header, instead of Obsidian blogger, just name it Prakash Joshi Packs. The homepage should only have the latest blogs. Let's see if we get the processing right. Let's ask it, and you'll need to use the composer feature. Okay, once you have installed Cursor and once you have launched it, you have this interface. If you can toggle this AI pane right from here, and this is chat and this is composer. Composer is the real game changer for Cursor AI. And now it is making all the changes. We also have enabled the agent mode. Okay, so I'll just press ESC here, and it is making some changes. It is removing the hero section, and it has made some changes to the header as well. Now I'll just accept all changes, and if you go to GitHub desktop app, there will be changes in the constant.ts file and index.astro. I'll just commit the changes, push it to the origin. Let's reload Cloudflare. It is in progress. Okay, now it is completed. Let's go to the site. And we have it here. It is writing Prakash JOSEPS because I did not write it correctly. I was using the voice to text application, so it did not get my name right. So this is the reason why it has this. Because if you go to Cursor, okay, let's go to Cursor. You can see here it is writing Prakash JOSEPS. It should be JOSEHI and PAX. Okay. And you can also change these site descriptions as well. You can tell the AI to do different things and it will properly do it. You just need to review it, whether it is doing right or wrong, and just point it in the right direction and it will be able to create better things for you. So we have here, we only have the blog section over here. If you click on any of these blogs, you will have it here. But Now we have set up everything. We already have set it up. But how do you write notes in Obsidian and have it already published with this Cloudflare pages? That is the second question. We can also do it. That is by using Obsidian Git plugin. Okay. I'll just open GitHub folder. I'll just open my Obsidian vault. Okay. Here I am on my Obsidian vault. Now you'll need to go to Obsidian Git, Obsidian community, and download and install this Git plugin. If you have not configured Git, it will show you error over here. Git is not ready or something like that. Once you have configured Git properly, it will have this option. Then you can make changes like automatically pushing changes every 5 minutes or every 20 minutes, every 1 hour, something like that. Now, the question is, how do you write in Obsidian so that all of your nodes will be published to that site? There is a specific way you have to do it. Not all of your nodes will be published. Only the nodes that you want to publish will be published. Let me go to the Obsidian blogger. Okay. And here I have written something. To publish your nodes to this site by using this Obsidian blogger, you will need to get two things right. First is you need to have a title, a proper title for your nodes. This title will also be used as meta title, which will be good for SEO optimization. And then you'll need to have publish is true. When you get the publish and title true, then that node will be okay to publish. And you can also add other optional front matter such as subtitle, description, tags, created date, featured URL. Like this is a featured URL that is over here. Then we have tags over here. This is a subtitle, and if you go back, this was the note and this is the description. So this makes it really user friendly, where you have the title and the description on the blog card, and in the blog itself you have the title, subtitle, tags, featured image, and then below that you have all of the markdown content properly formatted in this site. Here's another thing that you need to remember, that is you cannot publish nodes that you place anywhere in your vault. These nodes need to be in the resource folder. You cannot, okay, let's go to Obsidian here. You cannot write nodes in the root folder of Obsidian and expect it to get published. Okay, you cannot write publish equals to true here. Okay, publish true and title. Okay, even if you write it here, it will not be published with the Obsidian blogger because it needs to be in the resource folder. I have a specific folder designated over here called as blog, where you can write all of your notes, or you can also just place it inside the root folder, inside the resource folder, that is blog site that I have configured for my vault. And I also have a template for blog over here. I have featured image, created, date, tags, description, subtitle, tag. And what you can do with this template is you can also add a templater function. If you are already using templater plugin, you can add a function to automatically move the node to a particular folder. If you have templater plugin installed, you can write a templater function to automatically move nodes created with this template to this blog site and blog subfolder. This is the templater code. I'll just go over here and you will need to write the exact path over here. Blog site, and then we have blog. Now let's try to create a new node. This is a test node, and I'll add blog template, and you can see here it is automatically moved. Previously it was in this root folder, but now it is automatically moved to our blog subfolder inside the resource folder for this project, for this Obsidian blogger. You can also add templater functions like title to automatically populate this data. This is a test node 2, publish date 17 December. Now you can see over here, this is Obsidian Git plugins ribbon menu. You can just click on this commit and sync, and all of the changes will be committed. Then you can go back to your browser, or you can go back to the site itself. Okay, it will refresh over here once the building is finished by Cloudflare. I think it is doing the deployment over here. It is in progress. Once the progress is finished, the changes will be reflected in our blog. Let's go back to Or where is it? Let's go back over here, and now you can see here we have another node called as test node, which only has a title and the date and test node too, and we did not specify any URL. Currently you can only use images that are pasted, that are already stored somewhere. So this is still early and a lot of features might be missing, but I built this tool out of necessity for me to be able to directly write in Obsidian and to publish to the website. There are already tools like Obsidian Publish, Digital Garden, Quartz, etc., but I was not happy with them because it was not exactly what I wanted. So this is what I have settled to. In the future videos, I'll be showing you how I migrate from WordPress to Obsidian. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We still need to make a lot of changes, a lot of improvements with this. If you stayed till the end, I guess you also want to create a blog site with Obsidian so that you can just write directly in Obsidian in Markdown and publish it. This might be a good start. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great time. See you again. Bye. Hey there, I think I forgot to tell something, that is how to register domains. If you want to use your own domain names, that will increase the credibility and authenticity. So you can use Cloudflare to register domains. They offer domains at the cheapest price. I have compared them with other tools as well. I'm currently on Namecheap, but I'll probably switch to Cloudflare in future. So you can search for domain name from here. Search as obsidianblogger.com. Just search for it. Although I'll not purchase it. Okay, you can see here it is available at $7.5 and renews at $10. And in Namecheap or other platforms, the renewal rate is around $17. That is what I renewed for some of my domains previously. If you want to see whether a domain name is available or not, you can just go to domain name generator, instant domain search, which is a good one. I use this. If you just write obsidian.md, we have it here. It will show you some of the suggestions, and these suggestions will be pretty good. So that is all I wanted to say. Once you have your domain registered, you can just use that domain. You can use that domain with the Cloudflare pages, and that will be really smooth. All of your Cloudflare deployments will directly be linked with your domain name, so it will directly stay on your domain. And remember, you also need to change the site URL if you are using your own domain name. Currently, we were using the Cloudflare URL, but you will need to change it to your own domain name for it to work properly. So that is all for this. I hope you loved this. Thank you.